Hello guys, hold on, let me show you my face. I'm back. Another trip today, another beautiful road trip, also around the Como Lake area. This one probably is the best one because it's so beautiful. Basically I rode to Como, the Como city, and then from there I went all the way up to the lake, to like Torno, Nesso, and now I'm going to Bellagio, which is the gem of the Como Lake. And this road is a little bit tiny, so you often get stuck with traffic, like now for example, and sometimes you actually get stuck because there are like trucks and buses, but it's so scenic and so beautiful. Yeah, as you can see here, we often get stuck in traffic because there are like buses, cars, trucks, but look at the view, man. Unbelievable. So nice. Guys, I'm new to these motovlog things, and also it's the first time that I'm using a microphone while riding, and I must say that I have to get better at it because the quality is not so great. You can still hear the background noise, and I don't think it's so pleasant to hear me talk like this. So we'll continue the conversation with this voiceover. So how can I afford to live this lifestyle? Am I rich? I have rich family, rich parents. Obviously not. As I mentioned, I'm coming from a very humble background, middle class family, so I always had food on my table and I'm very grateful for that. I always had a roof over my head and I'm super grateful. But as I said, I started to work at 16, and since then I kept working side jobs, normal jobs, hotels, bars, restaurants. Then at 19 years old I did a post-diploma course in hospitality, which was free, and that course allowed me to be eligible for an internship in the United States, a paid internship, and I was sent to the Hilton LAX in Los Angeles. That was an amazing experience, was one of the best years of my life. It was definitely a life-changing opportunity for me. After that year I moved to Dubai, also with Hilton, and I went from the best experience of my life in Los Angeles to the worst experience of my life in Dubai. It's like night and day. Even though it was the same company, Hilton Hotels, I had the best time and the worst time within 2 years, which was crazy. I made a video about my experience in Dubai. You can find it on my channel. It's my most viral video with more than 5 million views, which is crazy. I tell the full story. If you haven't watched it, have a look, because it's a very important and also shocking story what I went through in Dubai. To sleep like in Como Lake for like a night, it's super expensive, unbelievable, so overpriced this area. So I'm very grateful that I can just come here with a motorbike and enjoy all of this. I don't live in Como Lake, I live outside, like about 40 minutes from Como Lake. This is one of the richest areas of the world, to be honest. We are talking about la creme de la creme of the world, really. Like Hollywood actors have houses here. George Clooney is famous to have the villa here. Many Hollywood actors, singers, Russian oligarchs, and very important and rich people from Russia, Saudi Arabia, Qatar. I mean, Como Lake is a very exclusive area, very elite. After that experience in Dubai, I've been traumatized, to be honest, and I decided to stop working in the hospitality industry, in the hotels. I came back to Italy and I decided to start my business, my online business. I started like an internship and recruitment agency, we can call it that, but it was very basic. And I was basically helping young students and young Italian people to study and work abroad. At the beginning, it was very tough. I couldn't make any money for almost 1 year and a half. So as a side job, I was working as a bartender in a theater in Milan just to survive and paying the living costs. And then after 1 year and a half, I was able to make the business kind of sustainable, even though it was always struggling. So I thought, instead of being here in Italy, I can just move to a cheaper country and cut the cost of living and keep working online and making money in euros and try to live as cheap as possible so I can also save some money. And that's when I decided to move to Thailand. It was September 2015, the first time I went to Thailand. So I became officially a digital nomad because I was running this recruitment agency from my laptop. I was earning in euros, not so much, but I was living in Chiang Mai at a very cheap price. I was spending probably around $600 per month. My rent was $100. I was eating like pad thai and omelette and rice and cow pad thai every day. So I was really living cheaply, and I was able to live with $500, $600 per month. Then at the same time, also in 2015, I started my first YouTube channel, which back then was in Italian only. It was called Gabi Way. I was giving life advice also to young Italian people. I was sharing my travel experiences. I was giving advice on how to find your dream job, dream career. So it was kind of career coaching, life coaching, and counseling and consulting at the same time, like a mix of the three things. And that YouTube channel within few years grew to 30,000 subscribers, and I started to offer coaching calls and one-on-one consulting calls. So I was starting to make money as well from that channel. After that, in 2016 and 17, I wrote 3 different ebooks that I was selling online to my audience. And then in 2019, I did the big step up by creating an online course, which was called The Bridge, where I was helping my students to find their ideal business online. So I was helping them to find their strengths, their skills, their talents, their personality traits, their uniqueness, and then model and craft and create their own online business to help other people with their own skills and talents and strengths and etc. I was really loving that. It gave me so much meaning and purpose. And keep in mind that I was still living in Southeast Asia, so my cost of living was kind of low, and I was able to save some money as well.
We are entering Bellagio now, guys, and as you can see, there is like a massive traffic and also a lot of tourists.
Then COVID came, and I was also going through some deep spiritual experiences and realizations, and I can say that I changed a lot during 2019 and 2020, and one of the consequences was to shut down my business, shut down my recruitment agency, and shut down my YouTube channel. So you cannot find anything anymore from my previous career because I just needed like a reset. And I took the entire COVID time off, so about like 1 year, just to reflect and take a break from work and trying to understand what I want to do next, because I didn't have the energy anymore to help other people, to guide other people. I just needed some time for myself because I was feeling that that chapter was coming to an end. So I took a little break, and then right after that, in 2021, I started this channel, Ride with Gabi. started as a hobby. I was just riding my motorbike in Phuket and just filming around. I was not talking, I was not doing vlogs. And then slowly from hobby became like more serious, and I started to get some views, and then I started to talking a little bit, and then I started to show my face a little bit, and now it's crazy what it has become, like really like a full-blown travel vlog. I show my face, I talk all the time. I would never thought that I would become like a YouTuber or like a travel vlogger and make these kind of videos, but it happened, and I'm really happy because for the past 4 years now, almost 5 years, I had the most amazing time of my life, traveling around the world, meeting incredible people, learning about different countries, different culture. I grew so much, I learned a lot, and I'm really happy that this also became my job, and it's also my source of income now for the past 5 years. But also keep in mind that, as I said, I've been working for like 21 years, so I've been making money, and I've been living in countries where the cost of living was kind of low. I've been living like a very frugal lifestyle for most of my life, and with the extra money that I was saving by living like a cheap lifestyle, I always invested part of this money, and that's one of the reasons why today I still work, I still make YouTube videos as an income source, but I don't have too much pressure, too much financial pressure. As you can see, I don't do sponsorship, I don't promote products or services in my videos, just because I was very frugal in my past and I was able to save money and invest, and I'm very glad and very grateful that I did that in the past few years.
Wow guys, I haven't been to Bellagio for about 10 years. What a place. It's getting like better and better, richer and richer, and higher class. Like, yeah, you can see the kind of people and tourists, like super well dressed. So now I'm going back, but yeah, from the other side of the lake to Lecco city, and then from there 30 more minutes and I'm going home. Also, this road from Bellagio to Lecco is very beautiful.
And that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoy listening to my story, because some of you also asked me a little bit of my story, and I also hope that I answered the question, how can I afford this lifestyle? I'm not coming from a rich family, even though I'm very grateful for everything that they gave me, especially the support and the freedom to work and to experiment and to try different paths and to kind of follow my own intuition in my life and in my career. I'm not retired yet, I'm not financially free yet, I still have to work, and I feel very grateful because today my work is this one. It's making videos, it's traveling the world, it's following my curiosity, is exploring new countries and meeting new people, learning about different cultures. And to be honest, I don't consider it as a job at all. It's actually a passion, it's a hobby as well, but nowadays it's also my main source of income. Since I was young, I had a very strong desire to travel the world, to be free in my life and to do what I love. And what I did actually is very simple. I basically worked hard most of my life, then I started my own business, and I was focusing on providing value and trying to help as many people as possible with my skills, with my strengths, with my qualities. But at the same time, I was living a frugal lifestyle, so I was not overspending, I was not buying shiny objects or wasting money in things that I didn't need, so I was living quite cheaply. And then with the savings, with the extra money, I invested mostly in crypto, which I lost many of the money, but luckily also some of the investment in Bitcoin paid off. And personally, I think that for the current situation of our world and the economy, it's very important to learn about Bitcoin. Of course, this is not financial advice, I'm just sharing my experience. I already made a video in the past where I was sharing my story, but that was back in 2022, I guess, or 2021, so I had less than 50,000 subscribers, so now I have a little bit more, and many of you don't know my story and my background, and I hope you appreciate explaining a bit where I'm coming from. I know nowadays I don't get many views, but I just make this video for the few of you that really care share and follow my video, and I just want to say thank you also for being here and for being part of this journey. All right, my voice is down because I've been riding, and yeah, at the end of the day my voice go down like this, but I'll send you a big hug. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Share your comments, share your opinion. I always read and I always answer, and thank you for being here on this journey with me. A big hug, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.